ezocansi on Indaba.
All right, Thursday is kakasini sikhuluma indaba zecansi ne-health in general, right? Health yethu ke as a society now. So iyona ndaba ke sikhuluma leyo namhlanje la ekakasini and le show ngakwazi ukuthola i-video ne-podcast yayo ku-website ethi kakasiworld.co.za. Now, siyazi, South Africans, you don't need to be told about this. If mhlambe ukuthi you were busy or Sanda Glenda, South Africans have been horrified by rape nemeda yale students ase UCT and among other victims. Cishe omunye nomunye kithi nje basixoxa nje. You included mlaleli, you know someone obe i-victim mhlambe yesandla somuntu wesilisa, i-rape or kube nje i-violence. So sibonile ke in the news kubikwa nangendoda ebulala ingane zayo eziwu-4 and one of which was his stepdaughter. So namhlanje ke on the show we will be looking at so hluka kwi-show ejwayelekile because we aim to educate and raise awareness around the issue of sexual harassment. So we can't be a sex show but singabuki the other side of sex. Consensual sex, what is that? So what is this we talk about and the dynamics behind it as well? Joining me to discuss this, we have Dr. Mthi. She joins us. Hello, Doc.
Tiani Alex.
Yes, I know why though. Is the
it's too much.
It was a different story.
Yeah, but then also I feel betrayed. You know, the woman had a stand today. I would have taken it, but Alex, I do feel ukuba khona kwami as a woman in support of stand sabo, but at the same time saying let us inform ngoba if singakhulumi ngako we're not creating an awareness and as vusulwazi nakubantu. So ukuza la kwami namhlanje in solidarity but also is to say let's educate and let's do something about it.
Great. Usebenzisela igama uvusulwazi. Ngokujwayelekile conversation is about ukuvuswa kwenduku but this time ukuvusa ulwazi.
Yes.
Of course. All right. Now akayedwa udokotela to inform
not perform.
Ah wow, it rhymes. Yes. So Dr. is with experts on constitutional matters and legal matters as well. Mpumelelo Zikalala. Mr. Sikubingelela.
Angiqale ngibingelela Dr. Qala.
Okay, great.
Bese ngibingelela wena baba Mthi nabalela abahle bekakasi.
All right. Now that usukhona la ngiyafisa siqale eqaleni lana Zikalala by defining the difference between sexual harassment and assault. Angiyazi ama terms esiwezwayo in the news and esosebenzisa futhi kwi conversation yethu.
Asiqale nge-sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Itheme yavela through process legislation. So khumbula ukuthi umthetho uyabhalwa khona u2. There is a common law awubhalwanga leyo just esikulandelayo njengokuthi ungabulala ungantshontshe.
Right.
Bese kuzoba khona obhalwayo which is legislated ozoba act nabantu of whichever year. So sexual assault define as conduct esuke izolimaza noma izoba ne-reasonable harm noma ekwenza ukholo ukuthi wena uzokulimaza manje isiza ngakwena njengomthetho okhona ubizwa nge-Protection from Harassment Act ngo-2011.
Yeah.
So bazama zonke indlela ukuthi abakhombisa ama-second instances umuntu okuzokuthi uyakharasa mangabe kukhona izinto azenzayo mhlawumbe ukulandela noma ukuthi uyakubheka noma kulinde la usuke uhleli khona lento sibabiza ngama-peeping toms nabantu abasuke bakustalk whether bakwenza physically noma bakwenza ngenye indlela. So ikona singakuthatha harassment if sexual ne-sexual act esikhona phakathi.
Yes.
Okwe-assault i-contact ukushaya.
Okay.
Yiko sokuhlukanisa sibize ngokuthi i-assault GBH no-common assault. I-GBH chaza nje i-abbreviation i-grievous bodily harm sokusuke ushayiwe la. Bese kuyenzeka kuthiwa khona i-sexual assault basuke bekhombisa ukuba severe noma mhlawumbe i-violence kade ikhona ngesikhathi kwenzeka le-sexual act kade.
Okay. All right. Sexual abuse ke yona uyichaza kanjani?
Le i-sexual abuse kusekuwukuthi umuzo ethi igama lithi abuse at the end usuke usuthi usuyishintshile from its intended purpose wayenza yakwazi ukusatisfy umuntu oyedwa yabe siyuhlukumeza umuntu oyedwa. So if you talk about sex it is meant to be enjoyed by both parties, but if usune abuse phakathi it means ukuthi akusethina sobabili esenjoyile khona solimele ngaleyo ndlela kade yenzeka ngayo.
All right, Zikalala isazomthetho and then Dokotela kokhona la. Doc, we relationship counselor and Njubu Dokotela medical doctor. I'm sure you've dealt with sexually abused victims. Take us through the thin line between sexual consent and rape.
Obviously consent kubusho ukuthi uyavuma. you are part of your activity, your chance, leso senzo leso.
Yeah.
And obviously rape is part of the sexual abuse and sexual assault that Tuzigalala was talking about. And when we talk about abuse, it's sexual, but it's abnormal use. Usually sex is usual use, the sexual use, but once you say use, it means abnormal usage. Shuthi it's not the normal way okumela ngabe kwenzeka njalo. Ushuthi umuntu akavumanga to be part of that.
Yes.
Now when we talk about sexual abuse, rape is part of a sexual abuse. Okay, it's not synonymous ukuthi kushuthi sexual abuse is equal to rape. There's all kinds of sexual abuse. Some of them can be verbal. Sexual abuse
like
verbal.
Ukthinje, for instance,
umuntu ezokukhuluma kabi nje ngokocansi usuka la wena lento emanzi or whatever akuthuke nje abusively, sexually. Even nomuntu ezokhuluma nawe in a very prerogative way, but ekwenza wena uzizwe ufila abnormal ngendlela engekho normal, ngendlela umuntu akhulume ngayo, ngendlela umuntu akuthinte ngayo. Alex, someone can touch you in a way obonayo ukuthi no, this is sexual abuse ngoba ngendlela angithinte ngayo, ungithinte endaweni le engenze ngafeel uncomfortable.
Leyo ndawo kungaba amabele, kungaba ngaphansi, kungaba isengqeni. Yes.
Anyway,
so ihug nje ngoba phela we hug these days.
Yes, but if uzomhug umuntu Alex emva lokho usuyampansa usumthinta izinqa or usuyamhuga usumthinta untomzodwa ngaphambili usuthi hey awushefile, for instance, Sheffield awuntomzodo wakho nje, that alone is verbal and physical abuse kokuthi umuntu uyamthinta in that way.
Please join the conversation. Ngiyafisa ukuzo your take. We have isazomthetho no dokotela. We have Dr. Mthembu kanye no Mr. Zigalala. I conversation yethu ke ngaba ingxenye yayo anonymous Mothanda ku 0861 596 596 0861 596 596 and then ku Twitter ungathi Alex Mthi #senzani and then on Facebook I page lethu lithi Indaba with Alex, again same #senzani. Now i-rape yabantu abathandanayo nabashadile, how is that possible? Mhlawumbe ngiqale kumthetho noma ngiqale medically?
Okay, qala medically and then you'll go to the law.
Okay, all right, asiqale kona ke doc.
Yeah. Alex, njengoba dishile i-rape is the commonest sexual assault. Okay, now kumuntu oshadile Alex, once we say it is sexual assault, kushuthi lento bekade yenzeka kuwena akusiyo into oyivumele wena. So ningaba nivumelene noyithu ukuthi siyathandana sinawe and part of ukuthandana kwethu ukuthi sizolalana. But if at any instance kwenzeka ukuthi lokho kulalana sokwenzeka omunye kukhona ongafuni, whether it's male or female, that becomes an assault. It's sexual assault and it becomes rape if ukuthi loyo umuntu umshadile umngakho or umyeni wakho, but if engasa consent or if umuntu ethi no wakafuni and uziforce wena on them because mhlawumbe you feel like hey umngami you have to ukuthi unginike logo, then that becomes a rape even within a marriage.
Okay, all right, ngiyakuzwa dokotela. Mr. Zigalala, when you deny someone ama rights akhe indoda nayo ingaba abuse kanjalo ekutheni owesifazane akatholi akayivumeli ukuthi enjoy ucansi
noma siqalela awunayo right to ucansi.
Yes.
Noma ngabe kuthiwa nishadile noma kuthiwa nishadile.
Say that again.
Awunayo right to ucansi
whether kushadiwe or akushadwanga.
Noma kushadile noma akushadwanga,
whether you're female or male.
Yes.
Okay.
I-consent kusuke kuyimvume ukuthi ngiyakuvumela ukuthi we can now engage kule process. Kufanele sivumelane ingakaqali with foreplay, sivumelane sesiphakathi kuze kuyofika egcineni. If kuukuthi angabe ngivumile sense language kodwa uyongicorrect.
Okay.
If kuukuthi after 3 strokes umuntu onaye your partner says no, it ends there. Awusavumile ukudlulela ngaphambili because the consent ayisekho. Imvumo ubungenayo uzobusuya assault lapho ngoba usuwenza apply a force on another person ukuze ukwazi ukuthola into akade uyifuna. So usuphula umthetho. So the operative word they call it is consent.
All right. Okay, can I stretch it a bit? Maybe push the envelope. Is all right. Commercial sex, is it legal in this country?
No, it is not legal.
It's not. So meaning ukuthi ladies of the night abadayisa ucansi kuvunyelwene benza into engekho emthethweni.
Asibeke kanjalo yes abakuvumelekanga.
Okay.
But the only thing ibakhona when you want to prosecute law process is very difficult. Because uprove kanjani ukuthi there was exchange imali kade ikhona unless if engage ku entrapment. So the lady of the night ukuthi uyiphoyisa kwavele and bufuna ukukhombisa ukuthi process ihamba ngalona.
Okay, sure. All right, ulalela indaba eGaggasini namhlanje we informing you as sikhuluma #sisebenzisayo ke Twitter, Instagram and Facebook ile ethi Senzani. The rate of sexual violence in South Africa is among the highest emhlabeni. A minimum sentence 25, 10 and 10 years respectively. So ngiyafisa ukuthi ngikuzwele ukuthi athina ama politicians nabantu abashaya imithetho about this. So later on sizozwa i-take kule matter yethu ivela from a politician leader i legislature rather the speaker ye parliament uthanda Modise ekhuluma about ukuthi kwenzekani. The president earlier on bekhuluma ngendaba yokuthi kunama bill awu2 abafuna ukuthi bawagoqule mayelana nokuthi uma umuntu ebulala umuntu wesifazane kuzokwenziwani. Ngiyafisa ukuzwisa nje ukuthi uthini uthanda Modise okuyi speaker se parliament.
Izolo we had a discussion here. We have 2 acts we are saying we are amending. One of them is to ensure that the minimum sentence is a life sentence. We want to redefine violence in our acts to make sure that andikhathala ukuthi umuntu upointe ngomuno, if you take offense, that is an assault on your dignity and on your rights. So siyacela bantwana bami ukuthi sifune ukumanani.
Yes. Yeah, now ubekade khuluma bekungeyona even podium ubekhuluma esiqwini sabantu besifazane and ngesikhathi ekhuluma abanye bebekade behecklisha as well but ungazi noma yamvumela yini. And the President Cyril Ramaphosa had a take as well on this matter.
We agree with the women of our country that the state should oppose bail and parole applications for perpetrators of rape and murder against women and children. A life sentence must mean a man who perpetrates violence against women and rape and murder, that they are in prison for life. I wish to enumerate some of the additional measures we will be taking. We are going to overhaul and modernize the National Register of Gender-Based Violence Offenders provided for in the Sexual Offences Act to ensure that it is effective in combating gender-based violence. The National Register of Offenders will list all the men who are convicted of acts of violence against women and children. I will ask Parliament to consider amending the legislation to make the register public. I will propose to Cabinet that all crimes against women and children should attract harsher minimum sentences.
President Cyril Ramaphosa. Dr. Letting ngiyela la kuwena. Why at the stats issue la ukuthi ma umuntu abusive relationship akuphumeka lula nje ekutheni just like that. Ngiyafisa start through ukuthi umuntu wesifazane kwenzekani engamenza ukuthi athi ngizoyihlalela lento or it's over.
Look Alex, you must know that umuntu abusive is very controlling ngoba that is the into soko lo muntu efuna ucontroller nokuba nepower over lo muntu loyo. Now if kuukuthi the reasons why abantu besifazana abaningi bengamshiya umuntu abusive is because kuba nalento yokuthi society on its own iyenza lento ngathi into eyenzakayo. So let's say umuntu yakushaya kuba ngathi hayi vele into eyenzakalayo nje leyo ngeke umshiya umuntu ngoba ekushaye ngempama you know for instance nyoma lento kade uyibuza ukuthi umuntu uma niqomene nayo nishadene kusayi rape yini if rape because kusana leyo nto ukuthi no but umuntu wakho mos you know so kufanele umnike ngoba shadene. So lezo zinto zokunormalize ibehavior kube ngathi into right kanti it's unhealthy behavior. That's one of them. Emotional abuse Alex isikhathi esiningi umuntu abused emotionally uba ne low self esteem so agcina ngazithembi so akasakwazi ukushiya kule relationship also because manje usezibona efitha kule relationship ukuthi lento mhlawumbe uyayideserve or isewuye or abanye bazitshela ukuthi hayi uzoshintsha especially because into ye abuse Alex uthola kunalento ye makeup, whether it's makeup sex or umuntu uthi masexolisa kakhulu azakhala ngedollar ngeke aphinde enzeni mase uyamzwela wena kanti that is the whole chain kuzokwenzeka njalo abuya abuse again and then you end up striving on leso sikhathi lapho ezoba low ebonakalisa ngathi uyakudinga wena empilweni yakhe.
Okay, now the signs that there must be symptoms of ukuthi ke lo muntu lo uyi abuser.
Well, look, Alex, number one, I think umuntu osuka into intense kakhulu relationship yenu. Ikhona relationship ubonto ay siyathandana, siyazwana, siyakhula in a relationship, but ikhona level ibe intense kakhulu nje kwaseqaleni lokho ngekho normal. Umuntu akufuna ukuthi ube naye nje kuphela. Akasafuna ukuthi ube nabangane labo bajwayele, akasafuna ukuthi ube nomndeni wakho, useyakulandela njalo always to extent ukuthi kuba ngathi ukuthanda kakhulu, akasafuna wenza ezinye izinto. Even to the extent ukuthi egcine sekutshela
so my thanda kakhulu can be a bad thing also.
Well, kukhona into obsessive Alex lokho ukuthi umuntu akasafuna ukwenza lutho akufonele ka20 ngelanga mengakutholi manje uzofonela manje drop ifone akufona. I mean look Alex, if ufone ngo 7:01 ngangalibamba ucingo ukufona ngo 2:07 3:07 ukwabona lokho kukodwa ufuna ukukutshela lo muntu une kind of controlling behavior lokho kukodwa nje. Or kunento ongajwayele ukuyenza usefuna ukukumanipulate ngoba they manipulate also ukuthi afuna ukukuduba ugcine nawe suba nozwela ukuthi angiyenze lento bengeke ngiyenze kodwa normally or ayihambisani nami kodwa angiyenze ngoba ngithi ngifuna ukugculisa yena. So baba nalo behavior of being very manipulative and over jealous. Kuba jealous yebo phela kuthiwa uthando lithana naso isikhwele but sikhona lesikhwele es over uthola umuntu accuse njalo ukuthi uyajola ubungajoli you know yonke into ukuthi uyajola nyoma wenzani is going through izinto zakho wenzani uyakurecorda make yonke into yakho ufuna ukufollow sometimes ezenza ngathi ukuthanda kakhulu kanti it's a way of control uyena ufuna ukukhokhelela lokho wena ufuna ukuhambisa emsebenzini wena ufuna ukukulanda yonke into. Sometimes if it's too much Alex, it's a way of control.
Sure. On bese noNhlanhla wasiyanqamuka and we have her back now. Sorry noNhlanhla, welcome back. noNhlanhla?
Hello.
Yes, sinqamukile earlier. Ubuthi nombuzo wakho?
Yebo sanibonani. Yes, Alex ngicabanga ukuthi umbuzo ngithathile kodwa wami ngizobuza in a different context as to its symptoms. NgiwuNonhlanhla raising a teenage boy child. Amapha ama symptoms engizowabona ukuthi engathi akuyona le nto sengiyikhulisa for tomorrow ukuthi ibe lo muntu wesilisa ozohlonipha abantu besifazana abanakekela abaprotect because ngiyacabanga futhi nokuthi ezweni lethu we forgot of how to take care of the boy child. We are too focused kumntwana wentombazana.
Okay. Alright uNonhlanhla, yes Alex, she's very right. And I think lento iqala lapho emakhaya in those family institutions ukuthi how do we raise lezi ingane boy and girl. Look, as much as yes namhlanje sikhuluma ngokuthi amantombazana adlongulwayo na abuse wayo, but boys also experience the same.
Right.
And most of the time Alex lento isuka from umntwana esamncane uthola ukuthi either this kid was abused msalofu ngesikhathi esamncane or why witness akhona la ibona khona lento ye abuse. Manje uma yenzeka kumuntu osamncane ingqondo yomuntu omnyama akakwazi, I mean omncane ngithanda kakhulu abantu abamnyama umuntu omncane akakwazi ukucontrola nokuexplaina into yesuke yenzeka kuyena ngaleso sikhathi. Uthola usekhulile and that very same thing yenzeke kuyena you know esemdala engakwazi still ukuyicontrola because lento samkhumbuza lento yenzeka kuyena esemncane where he lost control. So egcina seba excessive manje because usemdala yini entanayo as umuntu omdala usene force usene power yamandla, then they end up overdoing lezo zinto. So as a mama, it's very important ingane zakho zabafana how you also groom them and how you grow them ngokuthi babe content in themselves and in their roles as abafana within the family and also their duty to protect the young girls kwi family.
Sure. Mrs. Segalala, you take here.
Ibaleka kakhulu mhlambe la singabuye sibuyisa khona mangikhuluma nabanye about ukushaya ngithi ngesikhathi umuntu umkhulisa ukukhombisa ukuthi mangokushaya la uzolalela khona ukhula with the same mentality ukuthi ukuze wenze lento engiyifunayo must apply force. There's no alternative ukuthi mina ngifuna ukwazi ukuconvince ukuthi into kade usukuyenza kade wrong. So ngeke uzukwazi ukuyifundisa umuntu semdala fanele uqale ngikhathi sala izansi bese ukhuphukana. bese ebaleke kakhulu ukufundisa ukuyithanda kwakho qala wena umuntu wesilisa khona uzokwazi ukuthanda nomunye umuntu oseceleni nok understand sekuthena uthando makuthiwa uyalenza kwenziwa kanjani
yes
akugona ukuthi uhlukumeze umuntu kodwa kuwukuthi umuntu ukuthi mlalele umnikeze space sakhe then konke kuzolunga
lalela indaba ekakasini namhlanje ke ihlukile because sibheka sketch le yokuhlukunyezwa kwabantu besifazane so ngajabula ngasufone nawe ngaba anonymous mangabe uthanda sizwe ke your contribution or your take or umbuzo sise Phoenix now sabona nobuhle
Njani?
Right sekumukela kwindaba
Thank you very much. Bengilalele ispeech ka minister as well as esikababa upresident uRamaphosa. From where I'm standing as a woman, it seems like the leadership of South Africa, they're waiting for an action for them to react. How in the world are we still thinking as leaders of South Africa to be amending the constitution whereby women are being abused? They are still thinking of going to amend it. How many women do we have in parliament, and why hasn't this act been amended that time, long time ago? Must we always have to wait for something bad to happen?
Okay, well, there's a concern. Bazophendula we're noting it buhle sithathu anonymous eGlencoe sabona anonymous.
Yeah, Alex njani?
Si right kunjani kwena?
Saphila no sisiloyi lapha.
Yes.
Ngihlale ngilalela ekakasini. Njengoba ngithenga anonymous nami bengiku relationship since 2010. Kwathi last year ngazama ngaphuma. Bengihlukumezeke ngalendlela le kodwa ngingakhombisa ukuthi ngihlukumezeke. Kuthe lapho ngelinye ilanga nginge endlini wadubula umfokazi loyo ngayo report emaphoyiseni. Manje ukuthi till today bamphuca nje amakudaze kuze kwenzakale lutho. Abuya azokwenza izinto la ebaleni angabe ngithi ngiyo reporter bethi anginabo ubuhlaza. Lo muntu uyacabanga ukuthi uyiphoyisa kodwa nje akukho mina engigcine ngisizakale okumanje mina fine ngina i-protection order kodwa egcineni ufune ngigcine mina ngihleke lo muntu because amaphoyisa walali la ekhaya ufune ngihleke to avoid ukuthi mina ngivikele imo sami ukuthi angabuyi futhi eze like azongilontoza azongishumeza ngihlalile nje naye engihlukumeza nje ngalendlela emotionally I think engenza yonke into kodwa nje ngizwe ngihlukumezekile angikwazi ukuphuma kodwa nje last year August ngasuggest ukuthi no ngiyaphuma la kodwa ngiphumile kwafana nje kunalokho wazongihlukumeza enqamola ama-fence la ekhaya
sorry enqamola ama
razor wire ukuze ukuthi ngisabe ukuthi ngigcine ngibuyisile
yes
washiphohloza imoto eyibaleni ngahamba ngabiza amaphoyisa athi ufakaza bukho wabuya lapho wadubula emereni lami wathi ufakaza bukho akusuyena ezinye izinto thina siyahlukumezeka kodwa nje singathola usizo emaphoyiseni even though bathile isibhamu sakhe kodwa nje mina nje ngihlukumezekile nabantu abami angazi nje ukuthi fanele ngenze njani egcineni.
Okay. All right, manje kanjalo sis. Okay. Besiqala ngobuhle but since umlaleli wethu ekhona la ngiyafisa ukuthi nimnikeze advice.
Alex, unfortunately usisi is faced with control also nabantu who are in power. If lo muntu ethu uyiphoyisa and uthi yo report emaphoyiseni and nothing is being done and now she feels hopeless and ugcina esezehleka naye noma engafuni so uyabona manje ukuthi that abuse naye she's part of even abusing herself in order to protect herself from this person. I-research has shown ukuthi generally vele abantu who are in abusive relationships uthola ukuthi they keep saying umuntu esefuna ukuhlukana naye aphinde kuyena because esesaba and generally vele kuba ne risk uma esehlukene nayo even of death ngoba by then lo muntu who's very controlling can do anything ngoba usuke senalento yokuthi I own you uyabona vele noma ungaye emaphoyiseni vele ayikho into ezokwenzeka ngoba I own you.
Yebo.
Right. Zikala la
which is very concerning ngoba already protection order kuthiwa isikhona.
Yes.
If i-protection order khona bese uyayiphula abantu ukusuka ubona uzobuyela kubona kuqalisa amaphoyiseni but if it happens ukuthi amaphoyisa sokuze kubone eqaleni nabakulaleli please iya kwenye police station ubone ukuthi uzokwazi ukuthola usizo khona if nakhona usizo ungalitholi kungcono uye kwi-IPD le Independent Police Investigatory Directorate
yes
kwenzela ukuthi ukwazi ukucomplain about the situation osuke ubhekane nayo and further seek help from them ukuthi ngicela ungisize nake iproblem esiyenze kodwa ngagcini lapho kune legal aid South Africa uyakwazi uku-accessa physically uyakwazi ukubafonela futhi seek help nakhona if ungakwazi noma unamandla ukuthi uthole ummeli mthole khona ezokusiza ukuthi i-protection yakho ukuthi at least ivikeleke because if yami nayi mase zidlulile zonke lezi zinto the end result may be ukuthi usisi yobe ngasekho from izinto akade ngizizwa nje kunamacala ngithi awu3 noma u4 bese ngiwabala so if kukhona yonke lo violation eyenzakalayo kuukuthi akalithola usizo mawuvaleka lo mnyango udlulelo ngaphambili uvaleke lo mnyango udlulelo ngaphambili up and khona zoba naye satisfied ukuthi I've tried all I could kwabo ukuthi criminal justice system engifailayo but ngalezi inhlaka sengiyibalile angikholwa ukuthi ngeke azalithola usizo mangabe kuthiwa unokhakuza icapha
yes but also Alex I do think ukuthi konke lokhu ngiyamuzwisisa ukuthi kuyamsinda konke you know and njengoba ukubala konke izikala lento angasazenza it's very difficult wena uphethe ulomthwalo and you have to do that yourself so I would advise ukuthi athole I support structure nabantu okuyibona abazozenza naye lezinto to support her whether it's family or friends but abantu abazohamba naye ngoba yena because lo muntu uyamsaba kokuqala very easy uzohlehla nyova umthole sesula kaqala esenze njani uyabona and she might feel hopeless agcine even committing suicide ngoba sebona ukuthi I've got no help sengizame yonke into engayenza which means kwayena uyadinga counseling on her own ukuthi akwazi ukustand up against this war alwa nayo
okay setaba kakhulu sisi and we hope justice izokwenzeka njengoba bek advisor udokotela nommeli uzikalala it's 1945 this is Indaba right let's just remind you ukuthi conversation yethu namhlanje ilungele ingane so uhlelo labantu abadala 0861596596 khona umlaleli la ku Twitter othi is it still regarded as a rape if umuntu wakho esifazane eqala enqaba ukwenza sex but in the middle of it she enjoys it
how did you get to the middle if kade enqaba
umbuzo ngaw ubona kanjani ukuthi
se enjoy so you should be concerned you should be concerned okay and then the next warning is height igama lakhe nginosisi bamantombazane since 8 years ago kuvela ukuthi bebedlwengulwa ngiyafisa bangicebisa ukuthi sibe sinyathele engasithatha because umdlwenguli is dangerous zikalala
okay asiqale la isteps sokuqala ukuthintana namaphoyisa uNPA wenze into ekuthiwa ama-Thuthuzela centers I think la eThekwini khona emshiyeni nase Magande ngoba bazokwazi ukuthi ube no nurse noma medical practitioners understand ukuthi evidence rape collection
ku public hospital yalapho la ukhona ku district yakho you should have these centers
yes it must be there and then bese bekwazi ukucontact amaphoyisa khona kuzobuildeka ufakazi ukuphelela ngoba into oyifunayo ukuthi by the time a complaint isifikile usuhamba usiyombopha ibail kuzokwenzeka ukuthi angayitholi noma mayitholi ibe nama stringent conditions and then make sure ukuthi you have a watertight case masekuthiwa icala selizoqulwa bese kuzoba ipreparation yabo bese bengena ecaleni sometimes into engeke ngikhala ngayo ukuthi ama complainants nabantu abasuke bekhala ngerape asiba prepare kahle esekutheni masufika eboxini kuzofika kwenzakaleni
yes
ngoba maselapha the defense attorney usuke ese-ready ngama questions akhe ese-fairisha from all sides so if wena ungekho prepared ukuthi nayo into ezofika iyenzeke enkantolo uma uthola ukuthi akaza anyathele enkantolo akazi nokuthi setting yakhona njani so usezokhuluma ngezinto mhlambe ebengakhulumi even nabo nabazali bakhe so kuyena akube i-preparation ukuthi sifuna ukuthola justice kodwa in route to justice let's make sure ukuthi si ready ukuthi kuzokwenzakala
sure Sepintan now anonymous
Alex njani
so right anonymous thank you for calling
nami ngiyaphila ngibingelele na ubamemile lapho ukuthi basincede base advise lapho sinenkinga khona no ngifuna ukuphinda ukuthi nami ngiyavuma ngi-totally 200% against ukuhlukumeza abesifazane ney'ngane but abantu besifazane bama-instigators ekuhlukumezekeni kwabo abanye babo hayi bonke abanye babo and then mase behlukumezeka they come out to the world and cry out foul ukuthi thina siyahlukumezeka
how do they abuse fellow women
they abuse us males their husband emotional abuse I'm going through it in my 10-year marriage it's so bad in such a way ukuthi I found that in March that my 14-year-old got raped, and my wife told me straight in my face that it's good your child got raped. How do I leave? No, it's from my my relationship previous.
Yes.
How, as a woman, that I expect you to as a mother to tell your husband that a child, never mind that we are arguing about something, it doesn't fit in. And then they turn us from being good husbands to enemies. I won't lie. I've been put in a position where I saw myself that, no, this is wrong. What I'm doing now is wrong.
Like what?
You start abusing. You see, us as males, most of us, we can't talk back.
So what do you do?
We start selling some man. That is abusive because I was
so I'm shy.
That stopped because I realized, no, I'm defending myself that no, this is wrong what I'm doing. I'm destroying myself. I'm destroying everything that I worked for, that I built. I'm destroying one. But the emotional abuse is so tense against us males. But we should look at also besifazane ukuthi yes abantu besilisa akumele yenzeke both ways but abuser nabo kakhulu heavily I abuse heavily and it's happening to me. Current I'm going to a counseling next week. I book myself a counseling next week. Listen to a social worker are going to check the environment lapho umntwana ohlala khona azobe azobheka la ngihlala khona mina. I've got a home, I've got other kids. How do I live lengane le nomuntu othi yona is good to and then I go to work and I hope ukuthi iba right? I'm going to lose the child forever because izosuka lapha ihlukumezeke khona ize la kimi iphinde ihlukumezeke and then izo end up is street kid she'll disappear forever.
Uphuma wengaleyo ngane
ukhona, they still investigate, doing their part, social workers, everybody. I'm a professional. The matter is reported to the police, everything. So I'm allowing that process. But now on my side, I need to be ready. I was hoping that at least I can. We are here as a family. But stepfather way. But I'm going through such emotional abuse.
Shame. No, look, for the sake of ingane yakho kubuhlungu kakhulu ngempela into eyenzeka kuyena and Nesi, nobody deserves ukuthi lokho kwenzeke kuyena or even akekho umzali odeserve ukuthi atshele ukuthi leyo nto i-right enganeni yakhe. But that being said, now no responsibility within your family to be responsible as a man, even to your wife and to your nengane zakho zizonke. So now eyakhi behavior, as much as labo aba abuse ingane yakho they were wrong, now you need to mark your own behavior. What example are you being now yourself emdenini wakho? Because as ingane yentombazane leyo ngane ibukela kuwena the kind of man azomkhetha in future. So if when you're the kind of man ozokuthi udiniwe ubona ukuthi amandla sesandleni sakho ushaye umngakho for whatever the reason is, ingane zakho zamantombazane kwayona leyo zama ukuyiprotect, you're not protecting her because she's going to choose exactly the same kind of man as her father.
Okay, no, sorry Puti, we hope you get help. I hear him saying Uti he has an appointment here counseling next week. So all goes well, yeah. And then I said to anonymous, no, Taban Zuma lo Great Town. Sure, Taban.
Alex, yaphela chef.
Yes, chef, kunjani?
Ngiyaphela mfowethu, ngizama ukuxola ngapha kwisite lomthetho, ngiyabona isikhathi esihambile. Ngike ngaba nenhlanhla mfowethu yokusebenza ka correctional services kule minyaka edlule ne. Ngibhekene neinsizwa ke. Bekade mhlambe ngidlula kona amacala lawe rape. So besibenzisa ama life skills mfowethu uthola ukuthi kuma cases amaningi abantu ba via through i-parole bakwazi ukuphuma before time, and there were those Alex kade be register kula macala rape bekubeka ngokusobala ukuthi abayenza ngi-rape. In that case they will wait for ama sentences abo ukuthi aze aphele, then batshele thina as abantu esasikade sizama ukubancedisa ukubahlumelela isimilo ukuthi no sesazophuma thina la siye ngaphandle kuyikhathisa rape ngempela because 15 years 20 years enguhleli la anguhlalanga ngoba ngenzile. So my question mhlambe to ummeli Alex lapho ukuthi i-justify kanjani i-rape noma ingenzakalanga uma abantu bethandana bezolala then the following day usisi ahamba yo report ukuthi asebenzise ukulala kwabo
okay
athi ungirapile bese mhlawumbe umuntu egcine eboshwa icase engayenzanga ngoba uma ngibona umalugaju kanje let's back kimi ukuthi we had ama cases abantu abebethi sisazophuma siyo rape ngaphandle mhlawumbe mengangicaciselela lapho ukuthi
all right okay nokukezwakala mfethu icacile please note that zikalala ngifuna ukuthatha ulokhuzana Anonymous Olundi again so baphendula kanye sabona nawe Anonymous
sanibona njani
right sis thank you for calling
siyabonga udaba lwami lumayelana ne-rape towards ingane enginayo nobaba wakhe i-rape then kwase kuthi mase kuthula ubakazi okay firstly bangamthola wabaleka bathi mase bemtholile they gave him i-bail of which we were trying to oppose ukuthi i-bail bangamnikezi then umphathi wenkantolo manje wathi wonke umuntu une-right ye-bail. This was because into esasi-oppose i-bail ngoba kwakunzima ukumthola firstly wabaleka bathi mase bemtholile ke kwaqala ngoba sebemnika i-bail kuthe mase kuthethe igala ingane sithula ubufakazi ingane was 10 years now una 12 kuthe mase kuthula ubufakazi ummeseze ukuthi ingane ithini akabangeseza the following day because akuqedwanga ukuthi siqala sempi kwase mase sinikwenye date ukuthi sibuye akabangesatholakala kuze kube namhlanje akazatholakala ingane manje na 12 into ebhlungu ukuthi mangithi ngiyafona ngithi ngenza follow up umphathi wabaseshu uvela ngibuza ukuthi mina khona esengizwile umbuzo wami uthi baba uma uzongibuza ukuthi mina khona esengizwile ngicabanga ukuthi siyasizana la nami kufanele ningisize nani ningisize
okay all right shame sorry ma ibhlungu leyo ndaba asithole ke impendulo la soqala nje kubhodilo bekhuluma ngendaba ye rape
mhlamba ake sibe kanje mase sisenkantolo phakathi yonke into irest kubufakazi busuke kukhishiwe ukuthi ubunjani and then inkantolo would make assessment based on lobo bufakazi. Now angeke ngize ngokuphike Alex esekutheni sometimes the type of illegal defense onayo izoba nawo umthelela. If ngikwazi ukuthola iRolls Royce legal defense where ngithole the best of the best they are going to defend and fight kuma technicalities ngayo yonke le amanye awo ama technicalities azokhoza ukuthi equality investigation ibe njani. If kuukuthi investigating officer kunezinto eziningi angazangaza zenze ngohlelo umuntu uzophuma based on ama technicalities.
Sure.
So nakhona futhi engathi amaphoyisa ngathi kuyibheka in terms of sibatraina kanjani amaphoyisa ethu ama-IO wethu sidevelopa kanjani ama-skills abasuke benawo kusisi lo sanda khona manje.
Yes.
Ngicela aphinda check no-IO no superior wakhe 9 times out of 10 uzothola i-response efanayo u-IP ukhona because lo soku-check ama-conduct amaphoyisa usebenza kanjani akangathula akaqhubeka complain.
Sibonga kakhulu. I know uhlelo lihlukile kunolujwayelekile but we have to talk about this and the conversation iyaqhubeka and njoba nje ubona ukuthi ibhlungu kanjani and ngiyabona abalaleli bethu abaningi bebefisa ukungena and benembuzo but sedabuka kakhulu ngama stories abhlungu esiwezile eqhamuka kubaleleli bethu so we have to create ama platforms anje yokuthi sixoxe.
Absolutely Alex, especially because Alex lezi zinto ezenzekayo kubantu whether at a young age kuba bhlungu kakhulu makusayingane encane but they build our personalities later. You know, any adverse experience later yakushintsha personality even if umdala later who you become later is influenced by leonto okusho ukuthi lento yenzeka kuwena ebhlungu igcina sikutshela wena impilo yakho idictate impilo yakho ukuthi ayihambe kanjani later which is so unfair. So I think platforms like this allow people to talk but more getting support, talking about it, going for counseling, very important kuze isimo leso udlule kusona and find the life you are meant to live beyond lento yenzeka kuwena.
Okay, sibonga kakhulu ke Dr. Mthembu, thank you for being with us.
Thank you Mthi.
Sibonga kakhulu and then Mr. Sekalala siyabonga as well.
Bonga mina kakhulu.
All right, Alex Mthi indaba ebi producer umfundo Mabaso.